the United States holds a popularity contest to end all popularity contests. Except, instead of being crowned prom royalty, the winner gets to be the most powerful individual in the free world. As we discussed in the campaign spending video, literally billions of dollars are spent on this popularity contest, and for good reason considering the prize. The real question though is whether or not it's actually a popularity contest. Whoever gets the most votes wins. Well, if we use that definition, the presidency isn't really a popularity contest at all. The popular vote, which refers to who wins the most votes, typically corresponds to the winner of the election, but not always. Think Bush vs. Gore in 2000. Al Gore actually won the popular vote by 500,000 votes. That's 500,000 people. So why wasn't Gore the 43rd president of the United States? Meet the Electoral College. First of all, no, the Electoral College is not a university of intellectuals that rule the fate of all the elections. You conspiracy theorists, you. The Electoral College is the way our founding fathers set up the whole voting thing way back in the day. And there are two major reasons for them doing so. Rewind back to the days when we all ran around with English accents, shouting, "God save the Queen!" or King. The colonies were under what they called a tyrannical rule by a king that held all the power. And after a little thing called the American Revolution, the time came to set up how we were going to pick the new leaders of our brand new country. Everyone was horrified by the idea of a king, considering we had just escaped one. In addition, there was also a huge fear that someone might be able to fool the American public into loving them for all the wrong reasons. To prevent this, but also preserve the idea of democracy, they set up the electoral system. Another reason was that the small states like Rhode Island looked at the giant states like Virginia or New York and worried that the concerns of their citizens wouldn't matter, because proportionately the candidates might cater everything to what the big states want and ignore the smaller states because they had fewer votes. The Electoral College helps prevent this too. Okay, that makes some sort of sense, but how does it all work? The Electoral College has 538 electors, 435 from the House, 100 from the Senate, and 3 electors from DC. They're distributed just like members of Congress, based on population. So there are far more electors from Florida and California than there are from Rhode Island and Vermont. These 538 electors are the ones who actually get to cast their vote for the presidency. In case you remember from previous elections, the magic number for a presidential candidate to win the election is 270 electoral votes. But if it's the electors that actually get to cast their votes for the president, why do we even vote? Our vote determines whether the Democratic Party or the Republican Party gets to send an elector to cast an electoral vote. The electors gather in their respective state capitals on the Monday after the second Wednesday in December to cast their vote. So technically, we don't actually know who wins the election until mid-ish December. It's very rare that an elector goes against the people and casts a vote for the opposite party, but believe it or not, this has happened in the past. To prevent this, most states have wised up and have established laws to prevent it. To make a very, very long story short, on election day, you're actually voting to send a Republican or a Democrat elector to the Capitol to represent you. So in the wise words of our founding fathers regarding politicians, we cannot trust these prom divas, or something like that. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this off-print video. Make sure to check out some of our other videos as well as our website, offprintmedia.com, where you can find current events and other explanation-based videos and articles, as well as subscribe to our bi-weekly email update, full of the week's most important happenings from around the globe in a way that you can not only rely on, but enjoy as well. Thanks for tuning in to Off-Print Media.